And boom, we are rolling. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Great to see you all. Hope you're having an absolutely magical, sparkly day so far. It's great to see you all. Hope you're all doing great. So, on today's video, we're going to be checking out a band called Tyrantula. So that's Tarantula, but with Tyrantula. Very, very cool. Definitely one of the coolest band names I've heard for a while. And we're going to be checking out their most recent single, which I think was released about a week ago, called Sinister. So, I first became aware of this band. I'm fairly sure the track that I heard was called Moore's Omnibus, and then I checked out a track called Pain, or it might have been the other way around. I can't quite remember, but yeah, that's when I've heard it's a new band. They've only released 3 songs, and we're going to be checking out their third one today. I checked it out, and I thought, wow, holy shit, this is some really, really fucking good, menacing, well-produced, chunky, fast, atmospheric, heavy, crisp-sounding deathcore. I really, really like the sound of this. There's a lot of deathcore out there, and I would say that this is definitely some of the better stuff that I've heard out there. It's difficult to stand out just because deathcore is potentially starting to oversaturate the market a little bit, but there's still a lot of good deathcore out there. So I don't have too much to say in terms of like a build-up for this track, because I've only heard because they haven't released that much stuff yet, so I can't really talk about the evolution in their sound and all that type of stuff. So we're just going to get straight into it. So let's actually make sure that I've got the right one. That's an advert. No one needs to hear that. Okie dokie. Right. Window capture. Sinister. Okay. All right. Sinister. Tyrantula. Let's go. Ooh. keeps on going, dude. Holy shit. Ooh-wee. That's how you do it. Tyrantula. Sinister. That was a banger. That was an absolute banger. So, first thing, that reminded me very, very heavily of a band called Disembodied Tyrant. I can't quite describe exactly what it was. Well, actually, I can. Let me just get a quick drink. I'm drinking in the afternoon. I'm drinking in the afternoon because of my favorite. I love the sporadicness of that track. I really, really like that. I expected it to slow down a little bit, and it never actually did. It just went from one trippy, unnerving section to another trippy, unnerving section. There was a lot of nice little fills that kind of just like kind of came in, like just in like all different, it kept jumping from one side of my headphones to the other side, to the other side, to the other side, which gave it a kind of like very kind of just like unsettling vibe to it. I liked the effects on the guitars. I liked how the whole thing sounded. It gave me some, towards the end especially, it gave me some very, very strong distant vibes, which is, I mean, obviously nothing wrong with sounding like, it sound like distant, you know what I mean? That's definitely a compliment. It had that kind of just very, very chunky, crystal clear quality to it. His vocals are nasty, like really, really nasty. Got some very interesting tones going on as well. Some unique, some very, very unique sounds. There was just a lot of interesting effects on the guitars, and just like interesting song structure. And yeah, it sounded to me. It sounded like a cross between Distant and Disembodied Tyrant. You kind of put those two things together. The whole thing kind of had a kind of, I don't want to say digitalized. I don't want to say kind of. It sounded mechanical. It sounded kind of alien. That was the side of it that reminded me a lot about Disembodied Tyrant. It just sounded very alien. It sounded very alien, machinery, mechanical style, kind of like it just had a very alien style vibe to it. You can kind of imagine that like if an alien species, it slightly sounds like an AI might have made that track. It just sounds a little bit different from like all the other deathcore that's basically being released. Yeah, it was absolutely relentless as well. Like it just went from just one creepy section to another creepy section. I really, really liked the drums as well. They were very, very loud in the mix, which I think is totally, totally cool. I loved the sound of the bass. I loved the vocals. I just loved everything about that. Very, very cool. Keep an eye on Tarantula, man. They've got something interesting going on there. Not only is it good, but it also stands out as well. Yeah, Pain, Moore's Omnibus, and then Sinister. I believe the last time I spoke to one of the band members, I can't remember exactly who it was. And come to think of it, actually, I think it might be a solo project. I don't know. I'm slightly underprepared today, but there should be an EP dropping, which apparently is going to blow all the rest of this stuff away. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. That's a very very interesting, promising sound that these guys or guy have. I've got, and it's very, very early on in the career as well. So it'll be interesting to see what the EP sounds like and where they go from there. Yes, excellent, excellent. Loved every creepy alien hybrid, mechanical, technical, horrific second of it. Loved it from start to finish. So once you finish watching my video, if you scroll down past the description, scroll all the way down, you'll find a link to the rest of their singles, and also the single that we just heard. You'll also find links to their YouTube, Bandcamp, Spotify, links to some merch if they have any. I'm pretty sure they have merch because everyone's got merch these days. All the social medias, all the streaming platforms, so on and so forth. Please, 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 with a big, massive stinking cherry on top, remember to click on every single one of those links, like all their songs, leave them a comment, follow them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram, follow them on TikTok, whatever else, because I'm just going to be posting every single link I can find by these guys. I know the economy is kind of crazy at the moment. Fuel prices are going up, cost of living, food's getting more expensive, blah, 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 blah. I know times are definitely tough for a lot of people, but if you can spare some cash, maybe like, support them by buying a physical copy or pre-ordering or going onto their Bandcamp and just throw some money their way, because I definitely want to hear more from this project, because yeah, I say again, very interesting sound, very, very relentlessly kind of just, yeah, I think alien sound is the best way to describe it. Yeah, it sounds like this sounds like an AI's interpretation of deathcore, but yeah, I'm very impressed. I enjoyed the shit out of that, and I hope you guys did too as well. So, one more time, Tyrantula, Sinister, go check that shit out. Thank you very much for joining me. Always a pleasure. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.